Sagittarius, hi, and welcome to your mid-month reading. This is for anybody that has their sun, moon, rising, midheaven, and or Venus in the sign of Sagittarius. Nonetheless, if you just happen to find yourself on this video, I'm sure there is a purpose for it and that there's a message in here for you, and may it find you well. Let's go ahead and dig right on into your reading, being that nothing has changed within this channel. What came out for you is the 8 of Pentacles, followed by the 4 of Cups, and the Death card with the Magician on top of that. Okay, interesting. Coming to your obstacles positions for the mid-month, you have the King of Wands, followed by the King of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. Coming into the end of July, in ways that you can move forward out of this energy, which you need to be focusing on to move forward, you have the Knight of Pentacles, followed by the Page of Cups, and the Chariot card with the 10 of Cups. Okay. Sorry, I saw something on top of my camera. Guys, I feel like you guys might be the shortest reading. Don't be upset if you are, but it's just very obvious that the message here is do not take your eyes off of the prize, okay? So that you can ride into the victory of all the things that you have been striving to achieve. I hope you guys can hear me behind the cards, or however that was, right? So that you can run into, walk into, like jog into, bump into, have the blessings fall from the sky and it hit you in your head, just however it's supposed to happen, right? So that you can get to that place of pure happiness, of pure contentment, of achieving all the things that you have set out to do, right? Again, I'm seeing with this 8 of Pentacles, you're coming into a period of being very focused and very practical with your mental energy, right? But there is the 4 of Cups energy that was here in the top row, right? Which is people in your external environment trying to negatively influence you, to keep you off track, The Death card talks about the sign of Scorpio, and the Magician card is all about the planet Mercury. So if you are unfamiliar with your natal chart and you don't know how Pluto and Mercury are affecting you at this time, I would definitely look at that. There may be a conjunction, there may be an opposition, which causes some conflicting energies, especially internally, but they serve to be positive challenges over time, as long as you integrate what it is that they are trying to have you look at. Just how you have been processing things and your own emotions, your own self-identity at this time, and how that is projected out into the external world. And then Mercury is all about communication, but the Magician card also talks about manifestation, being able to be an alchemist and using your intellect, which you know from the spirit realm, if you have psychic tendencies, just how you feel through the world, how you use your emotions and how you use the mind, and again the body, in order to bring things to fruition. Did I say that right? Fruition. So maybe how you view yourself and how you communicate who you are with the world is something that is coming up for you. But again, especially with these challenges in the mid-month, do not take your eye off of the prize, Sagittarius. Okay, this is very important. Don't be easily distracted, because this is coming up in an obstacles position. This can be you affecting your own dynamic energy, because fire, well, there is a fixed fire sign, which is Leo, but fire for the most part is pretty mutable, right? But it needs to be directed, because left unattended, it can be destructive, right? It can be dangerous. If your focus is not on the things that you're actually passionate about and the things that are bringing good things to you, the things that essentially make you feel good, right, with this Queen of Pentacles, then you need to leave it alone. So make sure you're taking stock of the things that you're giving your time and attention to for the rest of July, because you can be distracting yourself. And this is allowing that to happen because you're giving other people more of your energy. You know what I'm saying? This can also be if you are trying to continue to see successes in your business. You might be needing to reorganize and restructure some things and might be having a little bit of difficulty with that. The King of Swords can be a physical person. Somebody can be giving you problems, especially in the workplace. If you're working with someone, you have a business partner that is the opposite of you, right? Fire and air, they're very different in their modalities and the way that they move through the world. You might need to realize the benefit of the characteristics of this person if this is somebody in your life. This can be somebody that just acts really cold and detached and aloof, but is very strategic too. Make sure that you are not manipulating others though, because this can be a card of manipulation. Make sure you're not being indirect in the things that you're trying to communicate and or convey in the workplace. You might need to be having a conversation with somebody else if this is somebody else bringing problems to you. But essentially this can be a card of reorganization and restructuring, finding balance, okay, having new insights. So that can be something to look at. But in the midst of all of this and me telling you to keep your eye on the prize, don't neglect your body and your own health, right? Know when to move forward and when it's time to take a rest. I'm also getting that with the King of Wands and the King of Swords card, okay? Know when to be persistent and to push forward on things, and know when to sit back and allow the things that you want to come to you through the law of attraction. So that's coming through, but definitely don't neglect your body. Some of you guys aren't loving yourself enough and taking care of yourself enough. Some of you, your self-esteem is affected. And some of that might be coming from the criticisms of other people. Again, with this Four of Cups energy in your external environment, listening to them a little too much. You have to do for yourself. You have to know that the decisions that you're making are what's best for you at this time. Don't fall into the "are you sure" type of people. You don't want yes men, but you only want people that can actually give you constructive criticism and aren't just always bashing you for the decisions that you make, and or aren't giving you some type of suggestion on how you can do things differently. You know what I'm saying? So don't listen to people that ask you, "Are you sure?" Yes, you are sure, right? And even if it doesn't work out, if what you want does not work out, you can gauge from that lesson what you actually need that is going to resonate more with you on a higher vibrational level, and then move towards that. So there is no wrong choice in any of this. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're making the wrong decision. All these distractions, again, you see what's happening, you guys? Like, come on. But yeah, I just had to get that off of my chest for you guys. But by the end of the month, you will be more dedicated. And I know that when you're working and you've been working for so long, without seeing big major results, it can be frustrating. It can definitely be frustrating, especially with this Eight of Pentacles. You've been working so hard, but don't get down, because the little incremental steps that you're making now for that big thing, they're building on top of each other. You know what I'm saying? Just continue to hold on to the vision, continue to have that why, your reason for doing it in the first place. You naturally mature with these energies from the Eight of Pentacles to the Knight. So keep doing what you're doing, right? Keep focusing on you. If you are completely single, this is definitely the time to be selfish. You know what I'm saying? because for far too long I feel like some of you guys have been extending your energy into things that really had no return on the investment you made with your time and or attention and or money. So now's the time for you to really focus on yourself and continue to hold the vision. Again, keep your eye on the prize so that it can come to you. Some of you, if you are dating, Eight of Pentacles is a positive card. This is somebody that is hardworking, somebody that has goals and ambition, somebody that is more on the practical side, which can help balance you out if you have a lot of fire in your chart. You have a lot of chaotic energy within you, right? Or you're just more of an emotional person as well altogether. That came through. So they can really balance you out. They complement you well. If you're thinking about moving towards a relationship with this person, though, you definitely have to go through some sort of transformation and some sort of death. You have to let go of your singledom. You can't continue to do things that were okay for you to do as a bachelor or bachelorette, right? You have to start to consider other people's wants and needs. So if you've been single for a while, that might be a little bit of a challenge, but definitely look at that and be open to communicating that this is something that you may struggle with this person. Just as long as you guys are on the same page and you're on one accord, you can avoid the falling into mess in your relationship, right? So definitely have those conversations. Don't be afraid to set expectation and boundaries for the relationship. What can be tolerated and what cannot. If you need more adventure in your relationship, if you've been in a relationship for a while and you kind of want it to be spiced back up, you definitely need to relay that to your person without coming off as an asshole, because it can hurt their feelings. It can affect their self-esteem. They might feel like what they have already been doing is not enough. So figure out a way to suggest things without demanding things out of your partner to get the changes that you desire. But if you're single and or dating somebody and or are interested in somebody, they are compatible with you, and you guys can definitely move that relationship to a higher level of commitment by the end of July, so long as you do the work necessary, okay? So as far as the chakras are concerned, your sacral, root, heart, throat, third eye is highly underactive. The third eye especially. But all of those have come through, so just balance all of them. It doesn't hurt if you don't know how to do that. Again, I will leave the link in the description box below. And at this time, if this resonated, definitely give me a thumbs up. Share this with your friends and family, and do subscribe for more.